good evening, everyone, and welcome to MJ Live. We have a great show ahead of us today. We have Toyin Adekale that's going to be joining us in a little while. Welcome to Ivette and Nadia, early, nice and early coming in here. And let's just go ahead and play my music as we go ahead and share. So if you wouldn't mind, guys, I would love it if you would share the post for me so that we can get more people in here as we play just a little bit of music. Here we go. Just a little bit of music as we start. Welcome, welcome. Awesome, awesome. All right. Perfect. Can you hear the music, guys? Can you hear the music, Nadia? Can you hear the music, Ivette? All right, let's go ahead and share just for 1.5 minutes or so. We are live. It's a Thursday night. We're a little bit earlier than we normally are, but we got stuff going on, man. We got stuff going on. Welcome, Ivette. Welcome back to the States. You were in England, I believe, for a little while. And how you doing, Nadia? My singing buddy, my karaoke buddy. We're gonna do some karaoke later on, hopefully. Starting, guys. Let's get started. Marcia, are you coming in? Come on in, Marcia. Come join us on YouTube. If you're here, just give me a thumbs up in the chat, Sora. Drop me a number 1. Let me know that you're with us. Have a nice, good show today. Not used to seeing us at 7 o'clock. We're a little early than usual, but we're going to do it nevertheless. Okay. People can always catch up and watch the replay as well. All right. Okie dokie. Welcome back to MJ Live, Millissa Jayne show. We are here every Tuesday and Thursday for the first quarter of this year. Happy 2023, everybody. I hope you're having a good year so far. Hope you've made some goals. Anything that you hadn't done in the previous years, there's still time. As long as you're breathing, right? As long as you're breathing, there's always time to do what you really want to do. Just a quick word from our sponsors today. Let's go ahead and if you missed Tuesday's show, go ahead and check out the previous video. You'll see it on my YouTube channel. This was with Peter Gracie, an author and a producer, a very interesting person, diaspora leader, Jamaican diaspora leader, and many things. So go check that out if you want to see that. Also, for those who want help with digital marketing and you can't get the help from YouTube and Google, you can ask me. On graphic design, Facebook marketing, Instagram for business, video marketing, YouTube, and website creation. And then for the previous year, we were doing a show on Retire Ready. We were doing a research project, and we looked into topics like budgeting, net worth, ditching our debt, living will, revocable trust, 401k, social security, and there are videos on all these topics on my channel, and there are going to be more coming in this year as well. So that's not completely finished yet. So welcome to Millissa Jayne for 2023. It's good to have you here. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce my guest, and we're going to get started with the lovely Toyin Adekale. Welcome, 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 Toyin. How are you doing?
Thank you. Real pleasure with you again.
I know, again, right? How many times has it been? Can you remember?
I think it's our third time. You know, because we talk a lot. Generally.
Yeah.
Things like this, but it's about third.
Right. Well, it's good to have you back, Toyin.
Thank you.
And this time we're coming in it with a different kind of theme, because usually we're talking about your music, right?
That's
But
right.
today we're going to talk all about yourself as an author. And I didn't even realize that you had authored so many books. As I'm looking through your bio and your history, I'm like, okay, she's done quite a few books. So before we go any further, just give us a broad introduction to who you are, and then we're going to start talking. We're going to actually talk about book by book by book. Is that okay?
Okay.
All
Fine. Well, as you always pronounce perfectly, my name is Toyin Adekale. Gets messed up quite often. Singer, songwriter, and author. I'm born and raised in London, to West African immigrants, and now live in the US. And still very much in London. But here I am, and my pen is flowing.
Well, it's good to have you. As I put in the introduction, you're a author, actor, singer, songwriter, and motivational speaker. As a matter of fact, we can actually touch on all of those points today. We have about an hour, so we can do quite a lot of damage with that.
Okay.
But most people will know you as a recording artist, an international recording artist. Just for the first few minutes, could you just give us an overview of your life as an artist?
As an artist. So my career started very early, tender age of 15. I started with the band and had those first number one. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's at a very young age, because you end up having an ego, no wisdom. I guess. So the first song, Let's Make Love, with the instigators, Fat Man. The legend sound system means the industry. Thereafter, I together with Anthony George, and did my first solo over another hit, blessed with. And thereafter, joined up with Contrast, Susan Sludge, and produced a couple of other hits, G Baby, Here I Go Again. And then we did the album Love and Leather. Thereafter, did something with Stephen Cleavey, did the album From Me to You. Went over to Jamaica to do that. And gosh, I've lost track of the singles and the albums, but the last album, last couple of years, is The Journey Continues, which is now on my own label, I guess.
Wow. Nice.
Just bringing the reins back in, doing what I want to do the way I want to do it.
Yes. Good. I love it. You've really evolved. I mean, you've really evolved as an artist, as a person. And I know that you've worked with some big artists like Boney M. Is that right, Boney M?
That's correct.
And many of the big greats. So your musical career has been, I would say, pretty successful, right?
Yeah, you know what's been a blessing is I've been able to do musically everything that I wanted to do.
Uh-huh.
I got to meet and work with some people that I looked up to growing up,
Yes.
and when I finally got to work with them, I was like, wow, such a blessing, and to for them to acknowledge me in the way that I acknowledge them is even more mind blowing. But it's been a blessing, it
Good.
really has.
Good. All right, let's just give a few shout outs. Shout out to Ivette Jackson. How you doing, my dear? Shout out to Nadia Assad. About, I always keep on. There's another person I know now called Nadia Assad. Nadia. Now I believe that you guys are related, and I just discovered this really recently.
Okay.
Do you, do you
So,
do you
you
know
know, Nadia?
do you know who this is?
Yes, I do. Hey,
Okay,
hey,
okay.
Nadia.
And I'll probably be seeing her in a couple of hours after the show because we started singing karaoke together.
Are you kidding?
Yes,
What a small world.
I know, I know. I think she had posted something, and I saw the connection. I'm like, oh, are you guys related? And
Oh,
I said,
wow.
oh yes, I know not. I know Toyin very well. I said,
Yes, you do.
and then welcome to Jachusia from Jamaica, Bath Fountains. He has the Bath Fountains in St. Thomas. He does tour guides right there in Jamaica.
Oh, I'll
Yes.
remember that when I go back.
Yeah, if you ever go back, make sure you ask for him in particular, or just ask,
Okay.
yeah, or check me beforehand. Is on Facebook, Bath Fountain, St. Thomas, Jamaica.
Okay.
All right, so let us talk about your first book. And
Mhm.
first of all, how did you know that you were an author, or what? How did you come about authoring your first book?
Great question. The funny thing is, I didn't. So when I was in secondary school, we call it high school out here,
Hmm.
I had a really great English literature teacher called Mr. Coughlin, and he always encouraged my writing. He
Hmm.
he loved my writing, and he saw something in me then that I didn't know.
Hmm.
And I would write stories, and the class would always look forward to the stories, like whatever the
Oh,
summaries were. Especially one
cool.
particular friend, my friend Judith, she'd take that story home, read it, bring it back. And so that was at a very early age. So that was when I was a teenager, 13,
Yeah.
14, but I still
Cool.
didn't move in that direction. How my first book came about was divine. It was a divine appointment. So I have a song called I Do, Do
Yes.
You, which
Yes.
is an inspirational song. And I was in the middle of writing a music video, the storyboard for the music video. In writing the story, for the director that was going to be doing the video for me, my pen ran away from me. And before you knew it, the four elements in that music video were now subjects um, for a story. And the people that I wrote about, it was fictional,
Uh-huh.
except for one. One of the stories in the book is called, gosh, how can I forget it? This was like 2010, by the way. It wasn't
Uh-huh.
like recently, my first
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
But one of the stories is actually about me,
Okay.
and the rest is fictional. But the people that were around me, I didn't realize I was writing their stories.
Ah.
So it was definitely a divine appointment. And then came my first book. I had a phone call from the publishing company that released it for me, and they asked me about a year before, have you got a book that you'd like to? Well, I'm thinking, I don't even write books, so no. They kept bothering me, but at the time of finishing the storyboard, they contacted me very timely. Again, I say it's divine order,
Yeah.
and said, well, look, here's this package. What do you think? And I thought, what, this has been 3 times. I need to answer the calling.
Oh.
And there came my very first book, I Do
So
Do You, and my first audio book as well.
so that's an audio book. Okay.
Hmm.
So let's just let the people see what that looks like. um let's go ahead and push that one over there. The first
Oh,
book. Oh, what happened there? It's trying to do something else.
oh, that's the audio
I
book.
do you. Do you see
Hmm.
that, everybody? This is Toyin's first book, and it's on it's audio book. Is it audio book only or is it both?
Oh no, it's print. It came
It's
out on
print.
print first. The
Okay.
audio came out years later.
Okay.
So it's in print, in paperback,
Oh, no
and
wonder it's jumping to audio. For some reason, it's jumping to audio, audible.
yeah.
Let's just do. I do. Is it I do? Do you?
Hmm.
Do do you? I'll put in Toyin. See if it comes up like that.
And this book is really for all generations.
Yeah. Now, the cover of this book, it looks like an open door. It's just jumping to audio for some
Mhm.
reason. So, because I literally just had downloaded an audio book yesterday,
That's why. So
a finance book.
those algorithms will get you.
Yeah, I tell you. So, you have an open door here. Could you just talk about what this is, saying to us?
So that was actually a dream. So at the time of doing the book, I had a dream that I was on stage, and it was a black background, and there was a big red door prop. I didn't really understand. I didn't remember anything else of the dream
Uh
other
huh.
than this, and it was a motivational speaking event,
Right.
um, which that was a subject matter for a conference I did here. It was in Austin, Texas.
Uh huh.
I did a conference there with Les Brown. Les Brown's a motivational speaker.
Yes. Yes.
Great, right?
Is a big motivational speaker.
Yes, he is. And I did not know that the In Pursuit of Happiness was actually his story.
Oh.
And my book led me to that platform. And this real estate company out here, which is the largest in the world, called Keller Williams, they had an event with 10,000 agents from all over the nation. And Les Brown was the motivational speaker, and I was the motivational singer. It,
Wow.
it blew me away. I know that that's somewhere on YouTube as well. It
Okay.
just, I went there to inspire people, but let me
Yes.
tell you something, the nuggets that I came away with
Yes.
has been the foundation of my life since. That's been my growth. And probably I didn't realize a seed was sown then into my writing the kind of books that I do today.
Perfect. Perfect. Big shout out to the amazing M&G. Love and happiness to everyone in the chats. Good vibes. Good vibes. And hello to your panel, my dear friends. This is the amazing M&G. They always come and support me, and really appreciate it. This is Toyin Adekale, M&G. Big shout out to Nadia, big shout out to Beth Fountains, and big shout out to Ivette. And anybody else that's listening, feel free to just drop a message in the chat so that I know that you're listening. We're just getting started here. So your first book was I Do, Do You,
Mhm.
in combination with with the song as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
And this book is short stories within it. Is that right?
That's right. Four short stories. All, I mean, each story is about a 30-minute read. I wrote it for people like me that don't like to read big chunks of novels. I just don't have the
Yeah.
time or patience for it.
Right.
And one is a story about a woman with cancer.
Oh.
She's raising her teenage daughter,
Uh
and
huh.
it takes you through both their challenges, beginning and end.
Uh huh.
She loses hope, and I've written a play now stemming from that story.
Oh.
Another story is about a teenager,
One
good kid.
second. Hold on one
Uh-huh.
second. You said you've written a play. Have you performed or has this play been performed yet?
Not yet. We
Okay.
started to rehearse it here. I got the cast and everything in America,
Uh
and
huh.
unfortunately, COVID hit,
COVID, that
and
damn word.
it's been rested. But it will come to fruition
Okay.
because it's
Beautiful.
finished.
Yes.
Um,
I have
I
no
have to,
doubt. I have no doubt it will.
yeah. So I can't wait to bring that to London. So
Okay.
that
Good.
will
So
happen
we have
soon,
something to look forward to.
for
Okay.
sure.
Sorry. That was the first one. Talk about
Yeah.
the continue.
Yeah, and then there's another story on there about a good kid in the wrong place at the wrong time, witnesses a
Mhm.
shooting,
Mhm.
and just again about peer pressure, and it has a conclusion.
Mhm.
Anything I write, if it's even if it's about challenges in life, it's anything bad that's going on, even the love songs, the broken-hearted love songs. Now my mission is to conclude it with a solution. I mean, I'm
Good.
solution based anyway,
Yes.
but the love songs I spoke about in the past were about getting even. or sitting there and crying my eyes out for the hurt
Right.
and the pain. But
Uh-huh.
today, I want everyone to know that there is a resolve
I
to the
like that.
pain, and you don't stay there.
You've evolved.
Uh, Trust me, I really have. And I'm
All right.
grateful to God.
Yes. Awesome. Awesome. So you talked about two of the stories in that book. What about the
Mhm.
other two?
And then the other one is about a young lady who comes to America and she's looking for a new direction. This one should remain nameless. And it's really about how I got into real estate because I wasn't looking to get into real estate. I had no desire for it. I don't like
Okay.
math. I don't like contracts. And
Uh-huh.
I definitely don't like calling people that I don't know. But I ended up going to school for real estate and became a real estate consultant. And I had a couple of bad situations.
Oh,
It's sometimes a dangerous job.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you're going into houses, you're
Right.
there
By
by
yourself.
yourself,
Yeah.
and some undesirables can come through. So there's that story. It's such a long time. I'm trying to remember the last. There's the kid. Oh, and
Yeah.
then there's a guy raising his son, his 6-year-old son, following a bereavement. He lost his wife, and just takes you through their challenges. Trying to explain to this child and trying to get his life back in order because you lose someone. When you've lost someone and there's more than one person in your life, you have to carry on because of the other
Yes.
person.
Of course. Of
Um,
course. Um. Shout out to Dr. Marcia Demers. Congratulations, Toyin. I actually have the Crystal City. That's
Oh,
wonderful.
wow,
We're,
Marcia, I
we're,
really
we're
appreciate
coming
the
to that.
support.
We're coming to that one in a little bit. Hey, MD yourself, and
Mhm.
she says MJ. I say MD.
Yes.
Good to have you here with us today, Marcia. Okay, so we've explored the first book. Let's take a look at the next one. What would be the next one that you've written after that?
The Crystal City, I
Oh, it
believe.
is the Crystal City.
I think it is the Crystal City.
Okay, let me go ahead and find that one. So the Crystal City, and what I like about this book, it's kind of like takes you away. It just takes you on this journey. I really
Hmm.
love this what you call it, like the promo that you did for this. Let's see. Let's pull that over
Okay.
there as well. Let's push that over there. Da, 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 da. How is everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing well. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. The Crystal City. Talk about this book for a little bit.
Okay, so my children's books now, I call them children's book for adults. So I'm really glad that Marcia supported it as well. I'm glad that you also got to get insight and to read the book because as adults, we get older and we lose our ability to dream. When we were younger, if you asked us what we wanted to be, it would be endless the
Yeah.
things that we'd want to do, the places we want to go. And as we get older, we lose that passion and that zeal for life. The Crystal City is about a young girl who is tired of living where she is amongst the people, same old kind of life. And she decides she wants to go and pursue this place that she's heard about, but no one's had the courage to venture out to. And she starts off with a few friends that, okay, we're all in it together. Then they realize it's a bit of an uphill challenge, not to mention the things that they see along the way
Mm.
and start to get discouraged. And she loses friends, one step. Isn't that just like your dreams? You pursuing your dreams, you believe in your dream. Um, People will support your dream, but after a while, it's not their dream. And they could be discouraged and fall off. And that may want you to stop, pursuing it, believe in the myth that, maybe you're not supposed to do this. So it's just really about this young girl's courage going into and seeking this place. And does she make it? We'll find out.
Oh.
This was inspired following the loss of my son.
Oh.
He left me two beautiful grandchildren.
Oh. Okay.
And people that I speak to that tell me about the effect I've had on their lives, adults, I'm thinking it's even more important to have that effect on children. And so I just want to remind children to hold on to your dreams and don't believe that there's nothing you can't do, because you can do anything if you put your mind to it. And also, the lesson is that not everybody will see your vision, because they don't have your eyes. It's not their vision, it's yours. And not everyone will
That's,
follow you. And it's okay if they don't. Just keep going. And she
that's
does.
beautiful. All right, we're gonna hear the little um, 1 minute intro to this book. I think it's just beautiful, and I'm just looking now, and I see there's like a 30. What is this? A 38-minute read of something, but we're not going to get into that. We'll just look at the 1 minute,
Yeah.
um, the 1 minute piece here. Check this out.
Will you come with Tally to the Crystal City? Or will her friends go with her?
I've heard about it, but I believe it's too far.
Better still, will they stick with her to the end of the journey?
Well, what about you? Will you come?
But it's too scary out there beyond, and besides, I've got things to do.
What will they find out in the wilderness? Is it safe? Is it near? Is it far? Is it even real? Come with us on a journey to the Crystal City.
The Crystal City. Get your copy now. Available on all good download sites in ebook, paperback, and hardback.
Wow! Every time I see that, I'm like, that's so compelling. It's so beautifully done. Congratulations on that one. Let me just give a few shout outs before I come back to that. She Stole My Thunder. Welcome to the show. She Stole My Thunder. Hope you're doing well. Melody Dinkins, good to have you. Blessings to the room, she says. Toyin, that little intro there, your voice, the voice of the child, the graphics, the animation, that's just so compelling and so beautiful. How did you put all that together?
So I have a really great design in Brazil. That's my promotional stuff. And the truth of the matter is, this city, my dream for it is actually to be an animated movie. And I started to seek out the options for doing that. And when it went past my budget, $250,000, I was like, okay, maybe we'll just do commercial now.
You need to get some investors.
Yes, but it's still my vision to achieve, and I'm not letting that go. I do want animated. I'm actually speaking to somebody right now in Hollywood.
Yes.
Has some TV connections and some big names. So we're going to talk about how we can play to make that happen. But in the meantime, the voice that you heard was actually my daughter, is the voice of Tammy.
Oh.
And it's actually the character's named after her, because she was part of my inspiration. She was feeling down one day. And as an adult, I was making it up as I was going along as a bedtime story. So she was actually the beginning of that story. And the other voices, my nieces and my nephews, they're all very talented. So the audiobook actually is there. It's I really need to put it together and just get the audiobook out, because the characters are there, they've been done. The background music's been done. Shout out to Stevie in Brazil. He is my number one guy, or anything where I look good, Steve is my guy.
Wow. Um, I think we're better now. I think the audio keeps getting echoed anytime I play the audio, and then I bring back my guest. We get a little bit of echo, and so she said it's better now. Okay, perfect. I pulled it straight off the screen. All right, yeah, that's beautiful. When I saw it, I'm like, wow, that looks so amazing, and I would love to see that as a full movie, as a full animated movie or
I'm praying
series
for
or
that.
something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know those things are pricey. Those things are cost a lot of money. All right, so how has that book in particular, how has it been received?
It's been very well received. I've been quite amazed. I have a friend who's got kids in school here, and their son, I think, how old is he now? I think he's 7. He'd read the book and went to school, and it was in their school library.
Oh,
And he was telling the teacher, I know her, and they didn't believe him. They didn't believe. And so they contacted the parents. Parents contacted me and said, do you think you could make our son's day by coming and doing a reading at the school?
Oh,
So I'll be doing that this year. I didn't have the time. My
yeah.
schedule was kind of hectic last year and I didn't have the time. But I'm going to go and show them. Yeah.
Where is that?
This
Which
is in
school?
Seattle,
In
Washington.
Seattle. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So
Nice.
it has been very well received. Been amazed at the adults' response, which is what I wanted to target as well.
Yeah.
Hence why I call it children's books for adults, because there's something for them as well. There's another lady by the name of, gosh, I hate forgetting the names, especially when they've been so impactful. She's in my social media anyway, but she bought 10 of those
Yeah.
books and gifted them to families over Christmas because she said that it meant a lot to her watching it and also seeing the visuals, people in our image,
Yes.
which we're seeing a lot more of now.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's actually a beautiful cover. The cover is beautiful. Let me just show
That's
everybody.
by the great, I commissioned the artwork from an artist in Jamaica
Oh,
called Opioya Asante. And
okay.
he's a great artist. He did all the illustrations for me, just told him what I was looking for,
Uh-huh.
and he put it together.
It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, perfect. So let us then talk about your next book. I want to say you've written four. I could be wrong, but I want to say is it been four?
There's 4 published, there's 6 in total.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the third book then.
Mhm.
Which is the third book?
My Mind Wide Open, Surviving
Yes.
Mental Lockdown.
Okay. And what was this one about?
So, you know, you couldn't write my story. After I lost my son, thereafter I lost mum to corona. And we were experiencing lockdown. Everybody was locked down.
Wow.
And the mental health around that time
Oh.
was off the Richter, including my own. I was, I was in a very strange place. But because of my faith, I was able to, I latched onto my faith. So, I had to draw God even nearer because I was about to lose my mind. But I'd find myself speaking to people, encouraging them in the midst of my pain, and they were sharing with me that what I'm sharing with them was encouraging. And there was one lady as well, actually, Coral, um, in London, that would also share with me, Toyin, every time I speak to you, I'm inspired or encouraged.
Mm.
And so it really moved me to start writing down the things that I was saying to people and also the principles by which I live as well. So it's 31 chapters,
Mm.
and each chapter is just one page. Each chapter has an illustration to reinforce what I've written.
Right. Oh,
And
there's a story about those illustrations, right?
yes, yes.
Tell us about that.
So the young lady that did the illustrations, a teenager, going through mental health challenges herself and didn't really believe in herself. I knew I saw her drawing some stuff. It's my friend's daughter.
Mm.
And she's like, yeah, but I can't really do that. I can never get this. I'll never have that. I'll never, like, never say never. And I had to stay on her, daily, but I'd give her an illustration and tell her, like, I'm looking for something like this. And she'd draw it out. It's like, bam, there it is. And so I said, I'm going to pay you for this, pay you for each illustration, which I did.
Yes. Yes.
And that we now have her first publication, which she never thought would happen. She didn't even believe she could.
Wow.
And I've had testimonials about not just about the lyrical content, but the pictures that have reinforced where people have looked at it and said, this spoke to me.
Mm.
And I'm hoping that as she gets older, that she'll be able to reflect and see that she did that.
Yeah.
And she's empowered her life as a result just by drawing.
That's wonderful. I think that's the book that I have. I do have one book of yours. I think that's the one that I have. I should
Yeah.
have pulled it out before the show,
Oh,
but
that's amazing.
yeah.
That's probably my favorite, and the most reviews and the most feedback I get. There was a woman in where's the place? Gig Harbor in Washington, called Linda Worthy,
Hmm.
and she's in charge of a big organization out here. And she bought the book and called me. No, I called her to check on her. What I didn't know is that moments before reading this book, she was suicidal.
Oh wow.
I had no idea. She
Mm.
read the book and then revealed to me that it had changed her life and it turned things around for her. She said that that book is on her mantelpiece beside her Bible. That's her second
Wow.
book to go to. And she bought about 25 books and gifted them. And she purchases again from me and says, look, here's $500. I want you to gift them to whoever you see, you know, who needs it, because I know what it's done for me.
Wow.
And
That's something.
that, if I never sold another book,
Yeah.
that
That's
was my reason for doing it. And I'm on the part two now. So that is going to be a series. My Mind Wide Open is a series.
okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting and very moving too. You know, you can see that your words are not just words on a page. They're actually changing lives. You know, if you know that you've affected somebody's life and actually saved somebody's life, you know, in this case, and then in the previous case where this little kid loved the book so much and would just wanted to meet the author, or you made their day by meeting the author,
Yeah.
meeting the kid. That's very special. I mean, it must bring you a lot of joy when you hear about these type of things.
When I lost my mum and I lost my godmother the day after that, the one thing that I knew was that my mum touched lives as well. Before she left, there's so many people that she touched and helped.
Mm,
And, she left a big hole in the world. My godmother, she was also my pastor. She taught me so much, especially with my walk in my faith,
mm-hmm,
and guidance when I needed it. And so, what death does, as much as it brings pain, it can also
mm,
bring purpose.
mm,
And it opened my eyes to there's power in the pen. I used to hear this pen is mightier than the sword.
mm-hmm,
You can
mm-hmm.
cut one person at a time, but to touch the masses with words, if I leave tomorrow, I just want to know that I left, even if it's just one person, better
Mm,
for my
mm-hmm,
being here. So
mm.
my whole writing now, it just flows. I can't even stop it. Like I said, I'm in the middle of two books right now,
Wow.
um, and every page I write, it's like, how can I change someone's life? How can
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
enhance? How can I make someone feel better,
Yes.
um, and give hope where I sought hope? I found it in my faith, but my faith is injected into my works as well.
Okay. Right. Nadia says, amazing. Love that story.
Thank
Now,
you, Nabil.
I've also dropped the names of the of the books in the chat. So if
Mhm.
anybody's watching the replay, they can actually see that as well.
Yes.
Um, and just go to just type in the name in Amazon. All of these books that we're talking about are available right there. So if you can
Mhm.
take a look, you can read the synopsis. You can see the graphics on the front of the picture of the front of the book, and you know, get one for yourself if you want, or even gift it. Um,
It's the best gift. Gifting for people that don't read or people that think, oh, it's not for me. Gift it because you may be touching a life, and it's available worldwide.
mm,
That's what I love about the company that I'm working with. It's
mm,
available all over the world. So if you go into a brick and mortar shop and they
mm-hmm.
haven't got it, you can order it.
Order it.
Barnes and Nobles carry it. Google Books carry it. And I've actually started. I'm actually in studio next week to try and complete. I've actually started the audiobook from My Mind Wide Open as well
Okay.
because a lot of people have asked me for it.
All right. The Crystal City, is that an audiobook yet? The whole
It's
thing?
not, but as I mentioned, because I've done the voiceovers already when I was doing that
Yeah.
animation thing, it's kind of ready to go. So all I
Yeah.
need to do is get it produced properly and made available as a book, as an audio book. So I'm going to look
Yeah.
into that as well.
That one in particular, I would love to see that and love to listen to that as an audiobook. And if you can incorporate some children's
Yes,
voices in there, that
yes.
would be almost as good as the motion picture.
Motion picture. The motion
But
picture shall come to pass. I don't know who it is. Tyler Perry, if you're out there listening, the girl's waiting.
I know, right? All right, guys, if you're still here, if you're still with me in the chats, just drop me a number 2. Just drop me a number 2 if you're enjoying our little chit chat today, exploring Toyin's life as an author. I mean, we all know her that as a recording artist. We've heard many songs from way back to even a year or two ago, which maybe I might even play a song at the end. Maybe who knows, guys?
Your favorite one.
You know.
Yes.
Just drop me a number 2 in the chat. It's also something you can just say hi. You can say whatever. You can give Toyin some love as well in the chat. So we appreciate that.
Thank you.
So that brings us to the 4th book. And before I show the picture of this one, can you just explain why this subject matter was so important to you?
As a child growing up, I think most of us, our generation, have heard the words, listen, money doesn't grow on trees, or I'm broke, or we can't afford it. Or, rich people. There's another one, I know it's biblical as well. Money is the root of all evil.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a myth. It's all a lie. And we don't realize that some of us have had a bad relationship with money because of the communication that we've heard growing up about money. So why would money move towards us if we have those feelings about it?
Yeah.
Oh, so get out. Sorry, it's a cat. Why would we? So I wanted to do something for children and adults that can, renew their minds, be childlike again. We have to unlearn some stuff.
Uh-huh.
So Money Loves Me is about a young boy. It's 2 sets of twins, Loney and Lendy. And there's Kashik and Idea, and Yen. And Mona is the mother. She's not a Mona, but she can be.
I like it.
And Lendy sees a bike that he wants to purchase. Now, Money is a character unto himself, and Money lives in the house with his family. But Money is very sad because he's always hearing them talk about him as if he wasn't there. They're always, he's like, I'm right here, and yet they always talk about me like I don't exist. And Money wants to get together with other Monies because he wants to help out the family. The other thing that Money wants to do, he's been hearing about bills. Bills has been causing this family a lot of stress. So Money wants to go find Bills and give Bills a piece of his mind. So you go on an adventure with Money, and he sneaks out of the house with Lendy, and also with Mona, and he sees some things that reveal what he's been thinking, that there were other Monies out there. But you have to read the story. I've been really blessed to get that one animated. So I have a summarized animation. And those are my guys in Turkey, Q Logic, that did the animation for me. And it's an educational piece as well. There's a worksheet at the end of the book for people to do an exercise for themselves or with the children, just about, reassessing your thoughts about money and the relationship with it.
Okay, we're going to play a little bit of the animation that I saw. I actually did see this a little while ago. We're going to play a little bit of this, so just bear with us, guys. Welcome to all Ralph Ferguson for joining us today. Good to have you, my friend. And we are having a nice little time here. Let's take this off and then bring it back. Let's take it off and bring it back. The animation on this one is really nice. So let's
Thank
go
you.
ahead and play this one. Okay.
My name is Money, and I live in a little house on the corner with my keepers Mona. Mona is another of the twins, Loney and Lendy. There were some unusual plastic rectangle cards with numbers on them. Some had names on them like Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. Lendy saw a beautiful purple cycle. There was a price tag that read $150. He looked so sad. I don't have enough money. How will I ever have enough money for that?
I wonder if I should ask Mom to help me get the cycle. Then again, maybe not. She never seems to have money.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I'm going to get a job and get that cycle myself.
Will you two quit arguing and someone come help me with the chores?
Can I do some extra chores to have extra pocket money?
Mona agreed.
I'll just give you a flat rate of $30.
Lendy was tired but energized as he looked around the garage.
All right,
After clearing it
we're gonna stop it right there. This is awesome. I love this so much. I remember watching this.
If you're looking to start a YouTube channel the right way this year, or maybe
I was thinking to myself, I wish I had stuff like this when I was growing up. But there's such good stories in that. They're even good for adults. Now, a lot of us say that we didn't learn about finances growing up. So this is actually really, really good for adults and for kids. It's brilliant. I mean, Toyin, man, you're really rocking it, man. You're really, really rocking it.
I asked God that first, and he just downloading and downloading, and I'll just keep doing it until the download stops, which I'm praying it never does.
No, if you're coming out with content like this, it's just, it's getting better and better and better, and it's just you're utilizing the technology that we have available to us. The animations, the voiceovers, and all of that good stuff. So congratulations! I'm so excited about that project there as well. Each one is just like better than the next.
Well, this one I want to get it into the school curriculum as well. I want to get it into schools because it's really important. I think a lot of the youngsters today as well, especially here in America, probably the same in the UK, but there's a lot of entitlement, kids demanding things now, not just asking, and putting themselves, in trouble to get what they want. And what I like with Money Loves Me is, and there is a follow-up to that. I'm in the middle of that one as well.
Wow.
Is to show them how to get money. If you want something, you can have whatever you want, but what are you prepared to do for it that is legal and that's not going to put you in a position that is going to cause you stress thereafter? Because we've all been there. That instant gratification comes with a price tag sometimes, and it's heavier than money.
Yes. Well done. I love that one. Big shout out to Paula Scott. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, my dear? I hope everything's okay at home as well. So, what has that particular book? How successful has it been so far, and how is it going?
There's been a lot of interest in it. I haven't been able to monitor the sales, and I haven't done as much on it after the animation. With bereavement, you kind of have highs and lows. So I work through it, but every now and then I come to a halt where it's like, okay, I got to stop and just breathe for a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I'm kind of over the hump again until the next roller coaster. I don't know. But now I just really need some money behind it. I need to get the word out about it a bit more because I haven't done much marketing. The animation's there.
Yeah.
The book's there. And like I said, I'm doing the follow-ups right now. To be honest, I'm a one-man band and I need a team.
Yes. Yes.
So I need to separate myself from the administrative and I just want to be creative.
Right.
And looking for that financial backing and administrative support. That's what I need right now.
Wow, I tell you, if only we had more. If only we could split ourselves into like 5 or 6 people, right?
Well, you know what? I'm now, there's no saying in the Bible that says you have not because you ask not. And
Yeah.
I'm one thing, I'm fiercely independent and I'm not very good at asking for help.
Uh-huh.
So I realize I have not because I have asked not. So
Yeah.
now I'm going to be more vocal about, okay, this is what I've got.
Yes.
This is what I need. Can you help me? No? Okay. Can you point me in the
Right.
direction?
Yeah.
This is what I have. And I did actually go to a gospel summit out here with Carol Crawford, and it was amazing. Made some great contacts. So, like I
Okay.
said, I met somebody who I didn't ask for help. They kept saying, "This book is haunting me." I
Yes.
picked it up, I put it down, and they're a film producer
Oh.
as well,
Okay.
and two people, and there's a woman as well that she's done some stuff with Tyler Perry. So I'm actually not too far removed from him now,
Good. Good.
and she's very well known in Hollywood. And she
Okay.
said to me, "You've got something. I
I
can't,
think so.
I don't know what it is, but you've got something." But this gentleman has been on my case. Is like, I don't know. He said, "I can't. I wake up at night." And he's got a little girl about 2 or 3 years old,
Uh-huh.
not even. And he said this book has been haunting him, and he keeps picking it up, putting it down. He's gone to sleep. He said, "When I don't wake up like that," he said, "people normally chase me for business." He said, "But you've left an imprint on my mind that, and God is telling me you got to help this woman. You've got to do something, and I don't know what it is."
Uh-huh.
But he said, "Leave it with me, and when I
Yeah.
know what it is, I will let you know." And I
Right.
know he's also associated with the big bods in Hollywood in films and movies. So
Good.
something is happening, and I think what God has given me is the ingredients,
Mm-hmm.
the stove, the pots, the pans, and He's going to send me
The right
the,
people.
the right people.
Right.
I believe it.
Wonderful. I mean, we've just looked at four really, really excellent products. To me, I think that they're getting more um, interesting, or it's not even interesting, but more exciting. The way how they're being delivered to me is
Mm.
more exciting because, of course, words on a piece of paper, that's great. You pick up a book and you read it. You got to use your imagination to really let it come to life. But
Yeah,
when you bring it to life with the animation, that's a
yeah,
whole different level. It's a whole
yeah.
different level. And with the audio books again, I was listening to an audio book last night.
Mm.
It's I don't know if you've heard of the Budgetista.
Yeah.
She does
Hmm.
finances, and
Yeah.
I've been listening to her book, and
Mm.
it's a whole different way of just consuming the content instead of
Yeah.
having to sit down and read, because I'll fall asleep oftentimes
Hmm.
to read a book. But to see on the page, to see on a computer screen or on the television,
Yeah.
you can put
Yeah.
that last animation on the TV and watch
Yeah.
it just like you're watching any show. So
Yeah.
it's a matter of time, Toy and I believe, before all of your productions come to fruition. So
Thank you for that, Melissa. And I thank you for your support. You've been very supportive in, bringing what I do to your audience. And I just want to tell you that it doesn't go unnoticed. I really am grateful for you.
it's my pleasure. I mean, I just have joy just bringing good content to the world. If I see something exciting, or if I just know that somebody has something, I just want to tell everybody.
Yeah.
That's really where it comes from. And you know, I have I get blessed in doing that myself.
Yeah. I hear
All
that.
right. So we've gone through the four books. I know you're working on things in the background, and I'm sure before long you'll be back again to
Hmm.
give us an update on what you're doing. But for the audience, I just want to encourage you to just look up Toyin Adekale. You see the links, you see the titles in the chats. I'm gonna just drop in. Money loves me. Again, I'm gonna put in your name. Toyin.
And also, if they go to the website, to toyinadekale.com,
Okay.
all of my books are there, the music's there, and the ability to reach out to me.
Yeah,
If they need,
perfect.
need to perform or speak, read at their school, their children's school. That's my passion right now.
Excellent, excellent. Um, so we spoke most of today
Mhm.
about your books, and I don't think there's any possibility that I could end this show without listening to at least one song.
One song. I wonder what song that is.
I wonder what song that's gonna be. Let me go find it. You have done many songs that are really really excellent, and you know you've worked with some really really good talent producers and so forth. Give a shout out to the person who produced that song.
Hammond and Harmony.
That's the one.
Hammond and Harmony. They are I work with a few producers, but Hammond and Harmony, there's a friendship bond, a spiritual bond that goes beyond the music, so it comes out in the music. And that's why of my album, the 4 number ones has been with them.
Wow.
And your favorite song also won a Marlin Awards in the Bahamas.
Nice.
Addictive Love. And it finally got played to BB Winans.
Oh, yeah?
And he said he loves it.
Oh,
So
wow.
that blessed me as well. He heard it 3 times from 3 different sources, and I saw the message that he loved it.
Beautiful. All right, we are going to listen to that song as we leave. I'll probably won't be able to get what you call it. I mean, it's probably I might get a strike when I play this, so I'm probably just gonna play it and then I'm gonna edit it out and cut it off when I after the show is over. But I just love the song. I just love the song so much. It's called "Addictive Love." Everybody, you've heard me play this many times, either on my work. Okay, I guess that is. Did I listen to the? Did I hit the music? Were you hearing that audio there?
Yes, I did.
You were. Okay. I just heard that before. Here we go, guys.
Something Christmas.
Let me know, guys, if you can hear it out there.
See
All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm sure we got an echo coming, so let me just drop that off.
You know what's so funny to me,
What's
Melissa?
that?
Is you said, I'm just going to play a
Did I?
snippet of it, right?
Did I
And
say?
I have to tell you, there's also a famous gospel DJ in London, and it was not. I was sent a message saying, "Melissa, rewind and come again your song 7 times." So they had to one up, and they did it 8.
That's so funny. That's so
It,
funny.
it means a lot to me.
Oh.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I might have pretended. I don't really like it. I'm just pretending.
No, we couldn't. We couldn't tell. I think you really can't stand that song.
I tell you, no, I love the music so much. It just comes out. And I just play it over and over because it gives me joy. It gives me joy. So this season of the show, this first quarter, I'm bringing back just speaking to people, learning about what they're doing, with the author, whatever they're doing, as well as we're bringing back music, and it's like I don't even care. I don't even care that it's not gonna be. If I was monetized, it wouldn't be monetized, but I will just. I just can't resist it. I just love to
It's
play the music.
medicine. It's medicine. Listen, what you don't realize is my business of being in the business of blessing people. When I see a reaction like this, you encourage me to keep doing what I
Wow,
do.
wow,
So
yeah.
if it's not touching anybody, there's no point in me doing it. So when I see the evidence for me that says, Toyin, don't give up, keep going.
Joy. Yeah.
You're doing what you're supposed to do.
You do it.
So
You
I
absolutely do
appreciate
it.
it.
You absolutely do what you're supposed to be doing, and it's so lovely that you've discovered the art of writing, because that's that channel right there. I think that's it's not too far removed, obviously, from writing music, but it's a nice package to have. A songwriter, author of books, animation, all of those things. You're a creative. You're a creative for sure, and you're so talented. I really, really love and appreciate the work that you do, and I love you as well, my dear.
Thank
Toyin
you, my
Adekale.
dear.
It's been an honor to have you again. We're gonna keep this to an hour, and I want to give a big shout out to everybody that came in tonight. Coach Mary Marsh, she's been tuned in from the back. Thanks so much for tuning in. Always a great supporter and coach. Nadia, of course, I'll see you in a little bit, Nadia. If we're gonna go sing some karaoke.
Yes.
Also, Paula Scott, Orel Ferguson. She Stole My Thunder. Melody Dinkins, Marcia Demers, Dr. Marcia Demers, that is, the amazing M&G, and Yvette Jackson. Also, those who are watching who didn't drop a message, I know that we still have some visitors here that are watching on the background, and also those who are going to watch on the replay. Toyin is a talented person. If you know anybody in the film business who you can connect her with, definitely reach out to Toyin. The website is Toyin Adekale. I've dropped it in the chat just a little while ago, so you can connect with her there. You're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, and anything else you'd like to just say in wrapping up, Toyin?
Just really thank you first and foremost, Melissa, for your support and for sharing. And for those that joined us, Coach Mary, Nadia, everyone that tuned in, thank you for staying with us, and spread the words. And if it's not for you, gift it, please. You might be touching and changing a life. I appreciate the support. I'm very approachable and reachable on all my social media platforms, as Melissa said, Instagram, Facebook. I must admit, I don't tweet as much. I do have my Twitter, and I don't even TikTok. So, Melissa, you're going to have to help me there. I got my profile, but it's finding the time as well. But just thank you.
Yeah.
And look out for what's coming. I
Oh.
have another 2 books coming.
Yes.
And call me to your town. I'm looking for Melissa. I'm coming to Florida within the
Yes.
next 3 months. I'm coming.
Well, when you come, we'll have to talk about. We'll have to try to talk about getting some things set up. You know, you appearing in certain places. We'll have to do something like that.
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Okie dokie.
Sure.
So Peter Gracie just joined us. He was my special guest on Tuesday. You guys, if you didn't see that, go back and see that one. And then also, Peter, we are ending. We started at 7. We're ending right now. So go ahead and watch this from the beginning. The video is available immediately as we finish. All right, guys. So again, have a good night, everybody. And I'll see you on Tuesday with another excellent guest. Toyin, thank you and have a good night.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.